So I'm going to read the final section of a long landscape eco-poem, and it's called Dorset Water-bodies, a Common Weale, and that's common Weale as in W-E-A-L, the archaic form of wealth. Just to give you a bit of background. And this was a poem that was commissioned for a project where I was out in the field with scientists and farmers and other people engaged with the River Frome, which is part of the watershed feeding into Poole Bay in South Dorset, as you guys may know. And we were looking at river pollution and within the whole sort of watershed and sort of impacts of the climate crisis on the river. So this final section of the whole long poem is called Fluvial, and it's sort of in the voice of the river. Don't call us river as if we were singular, a blue serpentine line on a map, an S from source to estuary, an abstraction to be navigated, straightened, fished, dredged, a gaping mouth for waste disposal. If you must make us river, sense our communities of muds, mollusks, marshes, mires, of sedge fen with moorhen and shy water rails, of wet woodland and carr, where scrubby willows touch tussock sedge, lichens, moss. Know us as centuries weathered cliffs of apricot sandstone that's home to martins, kingfishers, as thin tributaries tickling pebbles, as winterborns roaring to life with late November storms. Feel us as sweet water becoming saline. Where does river begin or end? And what does river include? Ask swan, cormorant, heron, mallard, coot. Consult our tussle-haired reeds stirred by summer breezes with wild words of warblers, buntings and bearded tits. Watch these cinnamon-feathered acrobats who flit through crowds of waving stalks. Take what you must for your thatch, baskets, hurdles and traps, forage and fish where there's plenty, water our meadows for grazing, and tend our banks as you have. Yet comprehend that unlike your ancestors, who kept us sacred, revered Arnamatia, Celtic goddess of springs, and Lympha, whose irrigating waters Roman farmers would bless. You, industrialized peoples, have enslaved, reduced us to a route to trade, timber, wool, stone, clay, a route to profit ceaselessly at our expense by your barges, cranes, your wharves, warehouses, your moorings, marinas, your dredgers, sun seekers. For too long, we've endured your diffuse pollution, chemical spills, runoff, sediment choking our beds where salmon build their redds. Your nitrates and phosphates seeping via ditches from agribusiness. Our water bodies have ingested raw shit, condoms, nappies, tampons, have swallowed hormone pills, big pharma drugs that warp the tender gonads of fish. Your industrialized life is our death by 1,000 cuts. So don't dare speak to us of improvement. We who've been here eons longer than your short spell on earth, our sovereign communities, have the right to self-determine. Hear us, how we ache to be floodplain again, to swell with rising tides and heavier rains, to go unblamed for ruining your crops, pouring under your doors, spoiling rugs, sofas, curtains. Instead, let's refresh carpets of rush pasture with a weft of creeping bent and Yorkshire fog. Let's restore delicate embroideries of angelica, ragged robin, meadow rue, skullcap, marsh valerian, this host of wild medicines which your bodies know. Let eels, sticklebacks, stoneleach, minnows flourish. Let kids swim among water lilies on hot July days. Let beaver, marsh harrier, otter, lapwing, redshank, snipe. Let old John bring his rod and writhing ragworms wrapped in damp newspaper to catch a little supper from the towpath. Live and let live waterweeds in our braided channels, where midges, mayflies breed, where hunting trout and salmon lie concealed. Let there be wagtail, dipper, ruddy darter, scarce chaser, banded demoiselle. Then, with your microscope, watch how our unseen peoples swim into view. Times 20, times 40, times 100, see invisible river reflected through microbiologist eyes. From a single drop of water, our single-celled beings constellate like stars. Protozoa with emerald jewels enclosed in watery bodies are tiny frontline workers cleaning and aerating all the while. Let stentor, lacrimaria, euplotes, and no, there's no separation. As you hurt river, so you hurt yourselves. Come, bring gentler hands to cooperate. Let's be communities of diverse voices with a common future, a communion of subjects and one common weal.
Very good, very nice.
That was
Hello, everybody.
Helen Moore reciting part
Thanks
of
for
one of
your
her
patience in arriving
poems,
mid-flow.
and it was extremely good to hear your passion for the world. As I've said many times in a lot of my little videos, everything needs a voice. The chair needs us to tell a little child what a chair is. Everything needs a voice. Water needs a voice.
Yeah.
If water could speak, here I am, take me, I will quench your thirst. I will wash your clothes.
Excuse me.
I will clean your environment, etc. Helen, I could relate to all of that. Thank you.
Oh, bless you, Peter. Thank you so much.
That's
It's
my
such
birthday
an honour
treat.
to celebrate your birthday. I'm very, very honoured to be here and sharing with you.
Thank you so much. A wonderful happening. Thank you.